I haven't when I started researching this. This lets you take a Shopify site and turn it into a mobile app. Even after I've heard about it, I was very skeptical until I actually tried one of the apps. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, Chubbies, they sell shorts. It's on Android and iPhone. Download it, while I'm talking the intro, just so you get a feel of exactly what product it is. You kind of don't understand until you actually see it. It is better than the mobile experience just on your browser, so much better. Again, it surprised me, but instead of me talking about it, just do it. And usually when someone comes to us, they want the website, or they want marketing, or more so when they want a website, they ask, "Oh, how about a mobile app?" And at least the way I respond, I'm like, listen, it's like $30,000 maybe, and even more to maintain. And I guess we could refer you to someone, but you probably don't need it. And this literally gives you that for $100 per month, and it starts at 100 and it goes up to 1,000. And maybe Sina will go into that in more detail. But again, as low as $100 per month, and $1,000 per month is also, it's cheaper than it will take to maintain an app. So very, very affordable. There's only a few competitors. I don't know, there's like Sandbox Commerce, there's like Match Native. These guys are pretty horrible. If you go through their experience, really Tapcart is just miles away. We know too well about like inferior copycats. So, we know the business. Even like Match Native, I don't know, like on their home, like most of their pitch is a copycat. They even say they have like 400 plus Capterra reviews. You find their profile on Capterra has 11 reviews. It just like really there is no, if someone wants this, and they're Shopify, really there's, no doubt that Tapcart is their best option. Sina's going to go into it more, but he's going to tell you it's best for like high frequency of purchase, like fashion, food, nutrition, collectibles. While that's true, I think literally everyone could use it, especially at $100 per month just to be in the app store. And just use that for the trust and credibility and the exposure and even the SEO for it. You won't, the guys with frequent purchases, the push notifications, give the best return, and that's kind of like where the big ROI is. But really, at $99 per month, it's for it's for everyone. They just got $10 million of funding. So literally, it's to grow their market share. So they're super aggressive. Sina admitted that they're just starting out this like agency partner program, but they're going to limit it to around 10 partners. So it's a very huge opportunity for us SmartSites. So I'm kind of very excited to be on the receiving end here. Right now, the only shame, it's only Shopify only, and it's probably going to be for the near future at least. Later, hopefully there'll be some developer toolkit to let us do it for other stores too. Right now, it's Shopify only. My last thing I want to say too is, while you guys kind of listen to this pitch and think of your clients, we haven't done too well with ROI for Shopify, like fashion, Shopify, like jewelry, stuff like that. We've had a lot come through us. We don't do too well with that. Really, I would, definitely consider emailing the people who even left us. Like, all right, they're not with us anymore, but hey, they could literally use Tapcart and let's get commission lifetime from them through Tapcart. So anyway, so consider that while you listen, even guys who left us, where, hey, they didn't get a direct return on PPC like they expected. Maybe one of the reasons they didn't have stuff like Tapcart like in the system, and also Recard. You'll hear from them tomorrow. They integrate very well, by the way. Okay, I think that's my spiel. I've said more than I should have. Sina, want to take it away from here?
Sounds good. Thank you so much for that, Mike. That kind of summarizes things right there. So on the note that you mentioned about reaching out to, clients who may not be on your roster anymore, I think, I'm glad you mentioned that because, it's a way to kind of get them interested again if you want them back as clients. Having run an agency before, I do not necessarily want every client who left to come back because a lot of them can be a big pain in the butt. But something really interesting that you could talk about is something that I'll start with. And how many iPhone users do we have here? Just give me a hands up. Okay, about half the crowd, a little bit more maybe. So something that is a brand new feature in iOS 14, which was released a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure everyone's seen, the widgets and how they can kind of transform what home screens look like. You can change your app icons now with some shortcuts and whatnot. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with the app library as well. But something that is, in my opinion, the biggest feature, I think the widgets and stuff can be a little bit gimmicky, but something that's going to really transform the way that we use our mobile phones and interact with apps is a new feature in iOS 14 called Appclips. And essentially what this is streaming mobile apps. So, the days of having to just use an app once to have to, go through the friction of visiting the app store, searching for the app, installing the app permanently on your phone, maybe logging into your Apple ID if it's asking for that. It's a lot of friction, and that whole process sucks, especially if you've never even had a chance to use the app before, and if the app hasn't had a chance to even show you what kind of value it is. So something that was just announced and something that we're obviously extremely excited about is Appclips, which basically lets you use an app without having to download it. Imagine like a streaming mobile app. So just like with Netflix, it wasn't too long ago, maybe less than 10 years, that they had to ship you a physical DVD in the mail just for you to watch a movie. Seems like forever ago, and it seems so archaic, but it was less than 10 years ago. And that's kind of similar to the concept of having to, install an app just to use it once. Eventually, streaming technology came along, and now you can just stream whatever you want, whenever you want. And the same is true now for mobile apps. So this is a game called Phoenix 2. This is their mobile website. And essentially up at the top here, when an app has an app clip, which is basically like a small segment of the app, of the full app, all you have to do is it says, tap here to play the Phoenix 2 app clip, just tap play, and it instantly will stream for you a fully streamable, fully native mobile app. So very cool technology. And this is going to be the future of using apps, kind of a try before you buy approach, where you can, use an app, see what the benefits are. Maybe if you're going to, if you want to ride a scooter that you don't have the app for, you don't have to go through the whole process of, installing the app and onboarding. They're intended to be transactional. So what we're doing is we're creating a streamable version of our app where somebody can just tap on something like this. They can stream the full app. And they can also then sign in with Apple Pay. They can buy with Apple Pay. It's intended to be a very seamless process. And it's obviously something that we're really excited about, because since day one of when we launched Tapcart back in 2017, the biggest piece of pushback that we get from merchants is, or feedback, for that matter, is, we love the app. It's a great experience. It's a lot faster than mobile websites. It's all the reasons that if you want to use Instagram, do you go to the Safari app on your phone and go to Instagram.com, which is a fully functional mobile website, or do you just open up the Instagram app? And I'm guessing you do the latter. For all the reasons, you kind of know what those reasons are. It's fast. It has the best experience on mobile. There's no loading times. It has all those animations and transitions that you're used to seeing. For a native app, and people spend 95% of the time on their phone inside of some kind of mobile app. Even the phone is a native app. It's just another app, just like everything else on the phone. So this is what the experience that people are used to having, and essentially you can offer it to them, with a native app. So something that we're very excited about. We're going to be launching a bunch of different app clips for different experiences starting next quarter. And it's a great way to get somebody's attention, even if it's an old client, maybe somebody you want to work with again. Just kind of mentioning app clips and giving them some demos is a great way to do so, because it's going to increase the demand for mobile apps, especially being able to eliminate that friction, because people do say, that's the biggest piece of like friction that we get is, who's going to download my app? Why would they download my app? Blah, blah, blah. Like, we've heard it all. But we kind of built Tapcart knowing that concept of having to like install an app to use it is going to change soon. And eventually it's just going to be streaming. So that's what I wanted to start with. It's called Appclips, and we're super excited about it. So when it comes to the app itself, basically what Tapcart offers is a fully white label app for any Shopify store. So you would have your own iPhone and Android app. There's no Tapcart branding anywhere on the app listing or in the app itself. We have over 1,000 customers as of right now. It's October 2020 with live apps on the store. And a lot of the biggest brands in the world are using it. So Fashion Nova, Chubbies, Figs, a bunch that we have under NDA, so I can't disclose, but it works great for a bunch of industries. Among those, fashion and apparel is a great one. Beauty and cosmetics is a great one. And a close third is food and beverage. All of these, the latter two are consumable goods, kind of, as Mike mentioned, smaller kind of repeat purchases throughout the year, and ideal for you to send a push notification and just get a really quick response. Because people are looking to purchase things, they're expecting to purchase things with frequency throughout the year. And just to give you a quick example, feel free to download this app onto your iPhone or Android. It's called Princess Polly, just to get a feel of what the app experience is. But essentially what you'll see is it just looks and feels like a fully native app. This is not pre-cached or anything. This is exactly the experience that you see the very first time you use it. Open a product, everything loads really fast. We have a lot of integrations with some of the top Shopify apps out there. If you see you can swipe through. If you see a product that you like, just tap Buy with Apple Pay, and you can purchase it instantly. Really awesome experience because it really increases conversions, allowing people to see something they like, just tap one thing and just buy it. So just like Amazon one-click makes it a little bit too easy, I would say, to purchase stuff. I've definitely had some regrets using Amazon one-click every once in a while, but that's good for merchants. And essentially what we want to provide is the ability for every Shopify merchant to be able to launch an app like this and be able to offer the best experience possible on mobile. So if you take a look here, we also have a native checkout that you can use, which allows you to complete a checkout within the app. It's fully native. We don't take you to the website. We don't redirect anything there. But in addition to the app itself, we didn't want the app to be just an e-commerce hub. We wanted it to be, the one place that all of these brands that you guys work with, their fans go to hear the latest about a brand. So a great example of this content to commerce approach, we call it, is an app called Your Super. They sell superfoods, organic foods, things like that. They make the majority of their revenue from a monthly subscription where they're going to send you boxes of superfoods every single month. So most people are subscribed to that. So initially you might think, why would they need an app if they're not purchasing things from the app on a consistent basis? It does let you manage your subscription, but Your Super, the way that they bring customers to their store is through content. And you can see here that they have their products available inside the app. So you can go in here, you can purchase stuff as you want, subscribe with recharge, which is what they use for subscriptions. But they have, all of their latest recipes. They have all kinds of different health content, which they just take from their blog, create these little banners for it, and make that available inside the app. All of their latest video content, recipes. They have, these awesome lifestyle videos of them cooking different foods. Various meal plans that they offer as digital downloads, their podcast. So this approach has been extremely successful for them. And we really invite brands to try this approach because all too often what they do is they might post something to their blog and, nobody's going to see it. People are, very rarely visiting a brand's website anymore. They're typically interacting with a brand through Instagram, for example. But the problem with just posting this stuff on Instagram is somebody's going to see it, and 3 seconds later, they're going to scroll down and they're going to completely forget about you because there's a million other things trying to capture their attention on Instagram. So what our approach is, it's like kind of having a mall and bringing people into your mall, but you actually own every single store inside the mall. That's basically what having a mobile app like this is, because instead of just posting things to Instagram first, they'll post the content inside their app. They'll send a push notification to their customers, hey, come check out this latest content. And now, instead of being on Instagram, for example, they're inside of your app, which you completely own, and they're going to browse around. They're going to order stuff. They're going to continue to get more value. And with a subscription, based company like this, in order to keep that subscription, you want to be consistently providing value. So I think that's, kind of an example of content to commerce that works really well, and is something that is great for brands that are selling subscriptions, or really great for any kind of e-commerce brand for that matter, because the most difficult kind of pain point for a lot of these merchants is, how do I get the attention of my customers in this day and age where, email is super saturated. SMS, which is another owned marketing channel, is really expensive. It's like at least 1 cent per SMS that you send. And it's a pretty basic and boring experience, in my opinion. Another owned marketing channel is, Facebook Messenger subscribers. And by owned marketing, I essentially mean it's, marketing that you own from end to end. An example of, so, you control the messaging, you control who sees what and when and how. And we're all about owned marketing channels. And basically, we enable these merchants to have an owned marketing channel of push notification subscribers. So that's really the biggest pitch of Tapcart and the biggest benefit that a lot of brands see from it. It's not just the experience of the app, which is great. What's even more important in my eyes is it allows these brands to really invest in themselves and invest in something that's going to provide, long-lasting value in 2021 and beyond, by really growing and cultivating that owned marketing channel of push notification subscribers. An example of a non-owned marketing channel is Instagram. People put their kind of blood, sweat, and tears into growing their Instagram following and responding to every comment, getting people to like their posts, etc. Ultimately, what you're doing is growing an audience on a third-party platform that's owned by Facebook. They're a publicly traded company, and they have a duty to their shareholders to maximize their profits, and that's exactly what they do. And what I do is I kind of equate Mark Zuckerberg to that drug dealer who gives you the first hit for free and says, "Don't worry about it. It's all free. We're friends. Just call me later if you want some more." That was Instagram in 2015. I used to do social media marketing before I started Tapcart, and I know firsthand, back then it was all about engagement. Instagram ads did not exist in 2015. They launched them in 2016. And what it was is you could put out a post as a business, an organic post, and they would show it to 60 or 70% of all of your followers for free. Two reasons behind that: because they weren't monetizing and they were all about engagement, and they were really just trying to build engagement overall on Instagram. That was their main goal, not making money. And two, there wasn't as much ad money being spent as there is now. I mean, there wasn't any for that matter. But now all this ad money is being pumped into people's budgets, whatever they were spending on TV, billboards, all kinds of different digital media. It's all being funneled into Instagram right now because that's where the eyeballs are. So, instead of showing it to your posts for free to 60% of your followers, now it's like 3% of your followers. And it's a huge pain point for these merchants to be able to get their content on Instagram in front of their followers. And to see an example, you can still get 60% of your followers to see a post, but you have to boost a post and you have to sponsor it. So once you do post, Instagram shows you these buttons if you go to the analytics section, and they say, "Oh man, that sucks that only 3% of your followers saw it. But to get 10% of your followers to see it, pay us $100 and boost this post. Or if you want 20% of your followers to see it, pay us $150 and boost this post." And ultimately what happens is you're kind of getting punished for your success on Instagram, because the more followers you have, the smaller a percentage of your followers your posts are going to be shown to for free. That's just kind of a natural progression of how it works. But on top of that, because they are really monetizing it now, they want you to boost every single post to get your followers to see it. And if you want a prime example of this, just open up your Instagram and you'll see that every single post, or at least 90% of the posts that you see from businesses, will have a little sponsored in the top left there. So feel free to take part in that experiment. Just fire up your Instagram and you'll see that. And you'll see that it's becoming so expensive to do that. So our pitch is, launch a mobile app for your brand, offer the best experience possible to 80% of the visitors on your website, which are coming on mobile anyway. why wouldn't you want to offer the best experience to them, but also take this time and take this opportunity to really grow and cultivate an own marketing channel where, whether you have one push subscriber or 10 million, it'll never cost you more money to reach those followers or those, push subscribers. It'll never, we don't control and we don't show them to like half of your followers or whatever, and you can connect with them in real time. So the dividends that it'll pay long-term for a brand are huge. And that's really the biggest pitch that we give that merchants seem to resonate with. Any questions so far? Alrighty, I will dive into the product itself. This is my favorite part. I'm not going to bore you with like a PowerPoint slide or anything like that. I just want to show you cool stuff and hopefully tell you some stories that some of the clients that you work for will resonate with. This is our dashboard. So basically how Tapcart works is you install the Tapcart app onto a Shopify store. We just worked with Brian on this one from McRae Naturals. Really seamless process. So thank you for that, Brian. And basically, I'll quickly show you how the whole process works. So you install Tapcart. This area on the right is the actual current app layout. So this will start out blank. These blocks on the left are called Tapcart blocks, and they're essentially the building blocks for creating an app. So anything from countdown timers to the ability to upload your own images and videos to different products and collections. Tapcart syncs with your existing store in real time. So any existing products, collections, orders, inventory, customers, all of that syncs in real time, just like the website does. But you can just think of the website, which is the online store sales channel, as one sales channel, and Tapcart is a totally separate sales channel. They both sync with your Shopify dashboard in real time, but they don't talk to each other. So installing Tapcart doesn't affect the website in any way. These are just two totally separate sales channels that don't talk to each other, but both have the same source, which is the Shopify dashboard. So to create the app is a pretty fun process. You can probably do it in a matter of like hours. You just drag these blocks in from left to right. So let's say you want to have a countdown timer in your app. Just type in whatever the timer is for, choose the date that you want it to count down to, and now you have a countdown timer. If you want to showcase products from a certain collection, let's say a Black Friday collection that's coming up soon, you can just drag one of these blocks over, and it'll show you those exact products in the exact sort order that they appear in the Shopify dashboard. So you just kind of keep doing this to build out your app. And it's a totally drag and drop app builder. And the beauty of it is that, once you hit save, when your app is live, this is some of our secret sauce is it's a fully native app, which means there's no web elements, there's no loading times, there's none of those annoyances that you see on mobile websites, but you can update it in real time. So if you come in here, even after your app is live, let's say you want to represent a new product, let's say you want to do a product drop, or you want to promote a new collection of products that just came out. You just move these blocks around, maybe take some of your mobile website images and upload those here. You hit save, and the next time somebody opens up the app, regardless of whether they're on iOS, Android, whatever version they're on, that's exactly what they see. So it's just a cool way that, it's a method of updating content that we think is really valuable because it doesn't require you to submit an app update. It doesn't make you dependent on us to update your app or rely on the app review team to review the app or hope that people have auto updates enabled. Essentially, you can come in here, design an app really quickly, upload your images, your assets, and we help you with all this. We have a design team who can help. If you want to add content from a particular website, like a contact us page or a store locator, for example, you can easily do that here and just display content from any website. And it's as simple as that. So typically we can have an app live in about 7 to 10 days. And just thinking about the time of the year that it is now, we have Black Friday about 5 weeks away. And if somebody is interested in this, now is really the perfect time to launch an app so you can benefit from it for the holidays. We can have an app live in about 7 to 10 days. So that would be, let's say early November. And then you have a full 4 weeks to promote the app, get app downloads, and then you can benefit from that for Black Friday. So just a really great arsenal to kind of add to any merchant's holiday promotions and holiday sales and marketing process, is being able to kind of build your push subscribers, get the app out there, and benefit from it in time for Black Friday. In terms of getting people to download the app, obviously, Appclips, which just came out, is going to be a great way to just really allow people to just stream the app and see if they like it, see what the value is. But other ways are to provide a mobile app exclusive discount code, very easy to do. So something along the lines of download our app and save 20% on your first order placed in the app. Just create a discount code and you can do it that way. Other great ways are to offer certain products and collections available only in the app. So in the Shopify dashboard, every product and collection has a visibility setting. So you can actually make certain products, visible in the app, but not visible on the website, for example. That's a great way to, basically get people to download the app or incentivize them to do so by saying, download the app and get access to exclusive products that are mobile app only. Or a great example is one of our customers, Salt Gypsy. They sell sustainable swimwear out of Australia. And what they did last summer is they were actually launching their app and launching a new collection of swimwear the same week. So what they did is they launched the app, they posted on social and to their email list saying, we have this new app, download it for the best experience. And also we're going to make this new collection available only in the app for the first 24 hours. They did that. It created, in the countdown to the collection being dropped, it created a frenzy of app downloads because they have a really loyal fan base, so we can't take all the credit for this, but they got a bunch of downloads. People were downloading the iPhone, the Android app, and they wanted exclusive access to this collection first. And then they dropped the collection, sent out push notifications to the thousands of downloads to date, and they actually ended up selling out of the entire collection of swimwear in the first 24 hours before it was even available on the website. So just an example of something that you can do that's creative. The possibilities are endless, really, because of that exclusivity that you can offer. So just a really great way. It's not as hard as you might think to get people to download an app, as long as you provide some value first. Once you have an app, the obvious best kind of benefit of having an app, in my opinion, is you can send them push notifications at no extra cost. So let's say you have this product, it'll pull all of your products from Shopify. Let's say we want to send a push notification to one of our customers of this bodysuit. We have a feature that lets you create an animated lookbook, which is kind of cool. It takes the first 5 product images, loops them into an animated video like you see here. Let's create a simple message like this, save 20% today only. And boom, we have a really cool animated lookbook that goes out. Far more exciting than most push notifications you see. 99% of push notifications are just like text-based and emojis, and they're frankly pretty boring. Imagine being able to send this on somebody's lock screen, looks cool, generates interest. And the beauty of it is, because there is that real-time component to it, exactly when everyone's going to see it for the most part, or receive the push notification for that matter. And you can make a time-sensitive promotion. So, save 20%, 1 hour only, or even 30 minutes only. There's a lot of really interesting things that you can do there. And if you notice in this push notification, it's not that complicated what I wrote, but I'm using 2 very powerful sales methods, which are creating a sense of urgency. That 30 minutes only. There's a reason that sales always have an expiration date. Otherwise, you wouldn't really. There's no reason to act. So I'm saying, take advantage of this awesome promotion, 30 minutes only. And then another one is creating a sense of scarcity. So get it while supplies last. Somebody might immediately see it and want to act. But this is such a great offer that the product that I'm looking for might even sell out. So it gives me an additional reason to really act now and take advantage of this. So great way to immediately, increase engagement on demand, generate orders on demand, sales, provide value to customers. Not all push notifications have to be promotional. On average, actually, I think only about a third of the push that our customers send are promotional. A lot of them are, new product drops, new blog post announcements, new recipes, whatever that is, just continuously providing valuable content. And you don't have to be concerned about, am I sending too many push notifications? Everyone who receives a push has downloaded your app. They have specifically opted in to receive push notifications. So they're waiting to hear from you. They're waiting to hear from the brand. And it's really just a great opportunity to create this own marketing channel, up push subscribers. You don't have the limitations of email, for example, which is, you don't know when or if the recipient's going to see it. It's not a real-time promotional channel. Often when they do see it, it's in their Gmail promotions tab, and there's like dozens of other promotional emails. So your guard is kind of up anyway. This is a great way for brands to really intimately engage their customers, use these time-sensitive promotions if they want to generate orders, and just provide that messaging and being able to really capture the attention of your fans and followers, which is a huge pain point for a lot of brands. If you want to schedule a push, you can schedule it to go out anytime you want. And, as simple as that, I created a push that, if I click send, which I won't because this is a live app, but 230,000 people would get this push notification instantly. And you can just imagine how powerful that is. So that is, how push notifications work on our system. It's really easy. We do also support automated and segmented push notifications through our partner Klaviyo. So you can actually, with our integration, we actually built this exclusively with Tapcart, where you can send push notifications from your existing Klaviyo flows. So it's really awesome because it allows you to, right alongside your existing flows of email and SMS, it lets you trigger push notifications. And it's really a great tool to be able to increase your engagement, send certain things, reduce your abandoned checkouts, increase your overall orders with simple flows like, an automated abandoned cart push notification sequence. I'll show you an example of that now, but it's really effective. And what it lets you do, I think our three most popular Klaviyo flows are abandoned cart, abandoned checkout. They are a back in stock sequence, which is great for getting people to be notified of when a new product is available or back in inventory, and a welcome series. And I'll just quickly walk you through those. This is a back in stock flow. So basically, instead of just, if your product is sold out, instead of just having a button that says sold out, we can change that to say, notify me when available. They tap on that. And then as soon as that product has inventory again in the Shopify dashboard, they'll instantly receive a push notification to let them know. Another great one is an abandoned cart, abandoned checkout. This is one that we did for Fashion Nova, so it's obviously pretty complex. But basically, if somebody adds something to their cart or starts a checkout, if that particular product is not purchased 30 minutes later, then you can send them an automated abandoned cart push notification that says, hey, you left this item in your cart. You'll look good in this. Tap here to complete your order. We can do all kinds of like conditional logic and A/B testing too. Another great one is a back in stock sequence. So this is really similar to like an email drip campaign, where once somebody subscribes to push, wait 5 minutes, offer a mobile app exclusive discount, wait 3 days, send a push with your latest arrivals, wait 2 more days, show off your shoppable Instagram, etc. So these are kind of 3 of our more popular flows, and they're extremely effective for getting people back into the app and getting them engaged, because what happens on mobile is it's not like browsing on your laptop where you have a bunch of different tabs open. If you're shopping or you start a checkout and you get distracted or you get a WhatsApp notification or a phone call or whatever, you'll remember as soon as you're done with that, you'll be reminded of what you were doing because you have the tab open. In this case, on phones, there is basically one tab, and that's whatever you're doing at that time. So that's why there's a lot of abandoned checkouts that happen on mobile, is because there's no way to be reminded of what you were doing before you were interrupted. And with the abandoned cart push notifications, for example, it's a really great way to just like really easily and kind of gently remind somebody, hey, you were really interested in this like 30 minutes ago. We hope you're still interested, and tap here to complete your order. So some of our other integrations are a lot of this top Shopify apps. So various reviews, recharge for subscriptions. We have a really cool one with 460 for shoppable Instagram, various loyalty and rewards solutions, Nosto for personalization, etc. We also, on the PPC side, we have a Facebook SDK integration and a Firebase integration. So Firebase helps with Google Play installs, and it also helps with running Google Ads campaigns. So you can create custom audiences based on activities that happen in the app. So that's a really great way to generate display ads or other type of ads to get people back into the app. Facebook SDK is great for mobile app install campaigns, for example, or creating custom audiences based on events that people take in the app. So a really great way to utilize this, especially for you guys who are managing paid social campaigns or paid acquisition campaigns, is if you want to see a huge boost on your ad spend and really boost your ROAS, a great way to do so is by helping one of your clients launch an app, and then essentially launching a mobile app install campaign for them. It's a little bit more expensive than your typical website conversions ad, which just takes somebody to a page on your website in the Instagram in-app browser. I'm not sure how many times you've clicked on those or tapped on those ads, but it's not the best experience. It's significantly slower than Safari. It's a little bit clunky. If you scroll down or swipe down too much, it closes the whole window, which is annoying. And it's just not that great. And then once you have tapped and once you've kind of paid for that tap to visit your website, you basically lost that person forever if they don't purchase anything. So a great way to better spend your ad money is to launch a mobile app, pay a little bit more per click or per conversion to have them drive traffic to your mobile app. And basically the brand only pays when somebody installs the app and opens it once, so they can confirm that the app was installed. And it has three main benefits. One is you only pay when somebody installs the app, which is great because now you've kind of purchased a little piece of real estate on somebody's phone. The next big benefit is now you've driven them to a better converting shopping experience. It's faster, it's completely yours. You're not in the Instagram app, it's not a website. So it converts a lot better. And the third one is there's a 60% chance that they're going to opt in to receive push notifications. So 60% of the people who download our customers' apps end up opting in to receive push notifications. And the benefit of that is now instead of paying this money to just market to them once, you can now send them push notifications for free, essentially at no extra cost, for as long as they have your app installed on the phone. Really great way to see a increased ROI on your ad campaigns, and really, I think you can better spend your money because you're spending it on something that's a better overall experience. You're offering, you're basically getting that piece of real estate on their phone, and you can send them, a whole bunch of marketing messages ideally instead of just one. So really great way to, really better spend your ad money. And I think especially for the holidays when gets insanely expensive as you get closer and closer to Black Friday, this is a great alternative because right now when CPMs are a little bit lower in the 5 weeks before Black Friday, you can, promote the app organically through email and social media to get app downloads. If you want to pay for the traffic, you can do mobile app install campaigns now while they're significantly less expensive than they will be as you get closer to Black Friday. build that audience now, and then let all of their competitors pay these like exorbitant sums of money to for customer acquisition for Black Friday. These brands will be sitting pretty because they've spent significantly less, and now they can market to those people at no cost during the holidays. So that kind of summarizes Tapcart, some of the things that I wanted to go over. Typical timeline, as I mentioned earlier, is somebody would install the app. You or we can actually design the app for them. It's really easy to do. And you can then work with the brand to create their developer accounts. We have an implementation team who helps with that. And typically we can have their app live in about 10 days. And then they'll have, over 4 weeks to promote the app, get app downloads, and then benefit from it for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And finally, through our partnership with SmartSites, we're actually offering 2 months free for any of these brands to get started with Tapcart. So they can actually install the app. They can, we'll even design it for you, and they can launch it, and they can benefit from it through late December, through the holidays, without having to pay us anything. Send free push notifications, generate a ton of orders, and we're willing to do that because it's a little bit of work and money upfront for us, obviously, to launch these apps. It's not a completely automated process like most SaaS solutions. We have to work with Apple, with Google, launch the app, et cetera. But we're willing to do that because we know that it's going to be successful. We know that brands are going to see a great ROI on it. And once they see those push notification subscribers get to 10 to 20 to 100 to 1,000, now you have this marketing channel that, like, why would you really even want to let go of that, especially when you can market to them for free? So we know that it's going to be successful, and we're kind of betting on ourselves essentially to continue to provide that kind of value for these brands. So really wanted to make it as frictionless as possible, and hopefully some of the brands that you guys work with will love it. So with that, if you guys have any questions, fire away, and really appreciate your time in listening to this.
Hey, if you have any questions, please ask. Also, I want to push to Brian. Brian, you just referred a client to Sina, to Tapcart. Can you tell us in a couple, in a 30 seconds how that went?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty seamless. I played around a little bit in the website builds. The client pretty much just trusts me with whatever I'm doing, so it's more so free reign. So Sina, you'll have free reign on whatever you want to do with it. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I like the idea of it. I guess I had a question though. You said that it's like a pay per download type of thing. What's the rate for that looking like?
That can vary. So we don't do a ton of these ourselves. Obviously our customers are the ones who are managing these campaigns. And it's because it's so seasonal, I can't really give you like a set dollar amount. I just know that, if your typical pay per click, visit for like a website conversions ad is like $2, this might be like $2.50 or something like that. So it's probably, 15, 20% more expensive than your typical ad to take somebody to a product on your website inside of the Instagram app. But it's just marginally more expensive, and you can see a lot more benefits from it just in terms of the return on ad spend.
Thank you.
And Brian, I'd love for you to be the first one here at SmartSites to succeed with this, and we could do potentially a joint case study. SmartSites Tapcart on McRae Naturals and the ROAS through the mobile app.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she has a pretty good following, pretty large Facebook group as well. So there's some actual consistency with her sales every month. So it should be pretty good. See how it goes over the next 2 months, and then see if that potential case study actually works out.
Awesome.
For sure. And one other thing that I forgot to mention is through our partnership with Klaviyo, if a brand already has a Klaviyo account, obviously this can just integrate with that, and you can send push notifications to, in any of your Klaviyo flows. What's also cool is that if, it links to any existing Klaviyo profile. So it's not like it creates some anonymous profile of just the push notification device. Once they log in or complete an order, then if they're opted into push, as soon as we know who the user is, it'll link to their existing Klaviyo account. So any information that you have about that user, like past history, their name, demographic information, geographic information, you can actually use all of that inside your Klaviyo flows. So instead of just saying, hey, this item is it's in your cart, you can say, hey, Mary, this item is in your cart. Or you can send segmented push to just your visitors who are in California, or whatever it is for that matter. So all that existing Klaviyo data that you've spent time to enrich and really grow is all information that you can use for your push notifications. And if a brand doesn't use Klaviyo or have Klaviyo, through our partnership with them, they will actually offer a completely free push notification only Klaviyo account. So Klaviyo can be pretty expensive, and just depending on how many contacts you have, but through the partnership, they're more than happy to provide a totally free push notification only Klaviyo account. Klaviyo is one of our enterprise integrations, so it does require the enterprise account. I'll go over pricing in a moment, but something to kind of offset that, if it's someone more price conscious, is all the savings that you'll get from that free push notification only Klaviyo account. How pricing works is it starts at just $99 a month. We have a $199 plan that has additional integrations available. So you get up to 3 of those integrations with the $199 plan. Those 2 are a little bit more self-serve. So they're kind of they don't come with an account manager, which is what enterprise comes with. And it doesn't have some of our enterprise features and functionality. One that I didn't even have time to show you is called Tapcart Drops, which allows you to schedule a full app layout to go out at any time you want in the future. So if you want to have a completely new app interface on Black Friday, you don't have to be like sitting on your computer at 11:59 at night the day before Black Friday. You can just create a cool layout, schedule it to go out whenever you want, schedule a push notification to go along with that drop whenever you want, and you can just set it and forget it. So it comes with that. It comes with an account manager. It also comes with the ability to use an unlimited number of integrations, including enterprise integrations like Klaviyo, enhanced e-commerce for Google Analytics, Nosto, and a few others. So that starts at $999 a month. We do offer a revenue share, which is pretty substantial to the SmartSites team. And you can either, just depending on what Mike wants to do there, you can provide some or all of that as a discount to the customer if you want to generate, revenue in additional like managed services around managing the app. So really depends on how you want to go with it. But there's no contracts, there's no hidden fees. You get 2 months free, and there's no like transaction fees or anything else for that matter. So like I said, 1 push subscriber, 10 million, no additional cost. And we think it's a really powerful marketing tool that these brands will really grow to see a huge return on their investment for.
And a little bit about the referral, just a reminder, Tapcart pays us either 10% or 30%. It depends on who manages it. Probably what I would do is let them manage the first one, kind of, learn the workings of it. And then next one you could say, I can manage it and I don't need Sina with it. And then you get the much higher 30% rate. And you guys get half of that. So again, you could kind of just do some mental math and say, hey, if I, sign up 3 people at, $1,000 per month, even if they're no longer our clients anymore, you could get a few $1,000s straight down to your paycheck. It is good.
And one more thing to clarify there, the 30% that we give for the managed referrals, we'll still completely work with you and support you on that. It's not hands off for us, and you'll still get an account manager, and you can still work with me directly because I'm heading up our partnerships program, and I want to work with every one of our managed partners until we get to at least 10 by the end of this year. So we're keeping it a little bit limited in terms of the quantity of partners, just so I can work with all of you guys directly. And I'll still be completely available. The only difference is that basically if we're working with the Shopify merchant on the sales process, the customer support process, and if they're managing their own app, then that's like the affiliate model, and we'll give you 10% for that. If we're working with you directly, because there is no sales process, we don't have to pay an account executive, and because a lot about Tapcart, the customer support process is a lot easier for us. That for those instances where you're managing the app on their behalf, we give 30%. So still get our full suite of support, still get an account manager, still get to work with me. But because it's more streamlined on our part, we want to pass on those savings to you.
So Sina, Brian's going to get 30% of McRae Naturals?
Yep. If you're managing the app, for sure. So, if McRae Naturals is blasting our CS and doing all that, then it'd probably be 10%, but we're pretty lenient with it. Even if they're contacting us every once in a while, it's not a big deal. We just prefer for these things to be funneled through you. And we want to benefit you guys for that.
Cool. More questions? Final, 5 minutes here.
Just in terms, finally, of quick recap of who it works best for. Fashion and apparel, beauty and cosmetics, consumer electronics. It's great for, and home goods, and the food and beverage industry. A lot of these D2C brands that are working directly with customers. It's Shopify's fastest growing segment right now is food and beverage. It is D2C. A lot of these, your supers of the world or other food and beverage stores is a great fit. Artists and influencers is a great one too. Basically, anyone who has like a strong Instagram following, an email list, and an engaged one for that matter, is a great indicator that they're going to have a successful app quickly, because you can just send out a couple emails, you can post on social, and people are going to download your app. I would never, for example, who is it not the best fit for? Maybe if you sell like mattresses, even though one of our customers, Nest Bedding, does sell mattresses. I personally would never purchase a mattress unless I had the chance to sit on it first. But when you look at these brands like, Casper and Purple, they're building up their brand equity, and people are purchasing a mattress without ever sitting on it because of their brand that they built. So that's changing. And, Nest Bedding, our customer, actually sells a bunch of mattresses every single month through their app. So crazy to me. I'm not sure if I would feel comfortable doing it, but it does work. And, with Appclips and all these new features that are coming out, you don't have to have a huge Instagram following to see a successful app, because you can offer that experience to anybody who visits your website on iPhone. Android has a similar feature called Instant Apps. So this era of streaming apps is going to be coming, it's coming, it's here now, and it's going to continue to grow.
Have you guys done any sort of joint webinars with your partners? Something like, let's say, for example, create an app and start your marketing in 30 days.
Absolutely. More than happy to do that. I'm heading up some of our co-marketing with partners as well. So would love to, interface with you guys on that and make that happen.
Cool. Maybe I'll circle back with Mike and grab your contact details. We're doing a similar initiative with some other partners. And
Sure.
Especially now, like you mentioned, with the holiday season, this might be a really good topic. Something if we can move on it quickly. So I'll message you separately about that.
Sounds good. I'm ready to go.
And speaking of which, they recently did a joint webinar with Recart, which everyone is meeting and being introduced to tomorrow, and they work well together. So,
yeah, we have a ton of shared customers. We're going to be integrating Recart on our platform soon. So really a great fit and a lot of synergy between us and them, primarily because we both enable and empower these brands to grow their own marketing channel. In their case, it's Facebook Messenger subscribers. In our case, it's push notification subscribers. So we're all about allowing you to build these audiences and build these marketing channels that you're going to benefit from in the long term. And you don't have to worry about, what percentage of my Instagram followers are going to see this post. That, exactly who's going to receive your messages, when, at no extra cost. Sweet. Hope you guys enjoy the lunch. We sent it over through Sendoso, and $25 gift card to pretty much whatever you want through a couple of restaurants that are there, or Uber Eats, or I think DoorDash. So again, really appreciate your time, guys, and really looking forward to working with you. Mike has my info. I'll provide all of you guys my info as well. And if you have any, I think, just in terms of next steps, if you have a client who you think might be interested, if you want to send me their name so I can take a look at their website, I'm more than happy to craft a personalized email that will based on the Shopify apps they're using, based on their industry, what kind of benefits they could see from it. And I'm more than happy to kind of create that. So you kind of go into that pitch with some good ammo to share with them. So if they're, using Klaviyo, or if they're using Yotpo, or a few other integrations, I can kind of share that with you, and I can share what the benefits are, show some screenshots of the abandoned cart flows. If they're not using Klaviyo, we can give them that, free Klaviyo push notification offer if they go on the enterprise plan. So there's a lot that you can do there. So you can just send me the name. I'm more than happy to kind of craft that messaging for you and send you over some like sales and whatnot collateral too.
Yeah, and guys, all the details is in the login sheet with all the other partners. So you have Sina's email there, as well as in the Google event, etc. You have a templated email I shared you guys in the Google Doc as well. So you could use that templated email, or you could, just email Sina directly. That was very generous of him, and save the app there. Let him know his thoughts first. Sina, that was awesome. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You should expect some emails from us soon. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. Thanks, team. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Bye-bye.
your lunch. All right. Bye now.
Thanks.
Yo, Conrad. Are you still muted? You're muted.
I was muted.
I think that would be great for Nature's Garden. I was just thinking about it. Like, in
Do
all
you have a
honesty,
Shopify site?
they have a Shopify site. I can't get them to sell it all on Facebook. I can't get them to sell on Google. We tried everything from dynamic search, display, YouTube, remarketing. I mean, we've ran the full gambit. And at this point, we're just running awareness stuff, and they have a good following. So I'm thinking an app for them might actually be a good answer, because they keep getting disapproved everywhere because they don't know how to avoid things like, putting "this will make your heart better" in their titles.
Dude, definitely do it. I actually got to run for a project kickoff right now. I'm going to suggest it for this client, so it'll be cool for them too. They do like custom koozies and stuff, and they have a Shopify site, so I think it might be good for them too. But I got to run. I'll talk to you a little bit later, and let me know if you need anything.
All right, good talking.